Check once, twice, thrice. I request everyone here to have a deep breath in and breathe out. Place yourselves comfortable at your places. I am about to fill up your ears with one of the important and a serious issue of this nation. Therefore, in order to make this one as one of the everlasting memory, I wish to capture this moment. So come on everyone, join with me for a selfie. Yeah, fine, thank you. So just a minute, before starting up with the topic, I can upload this snap on a Snapchat so that the vibe of the event becomes the vibe of the day. Actually, this is not just the event, I'm posting it on a snap. Generally, I usually have a habit of whatever happening in my life, I will be posting it as a snap. As soon as I wake up in the morning, the snap I post it like, at morning, I am warning. When I move up to go for a restroom, there I post a snap like, say no rest to the restrooms. As soon as I go to have up my breakfast, I am plumpest because I am having my breakfast. This will be my generally snap schedules. So this is how my life will be keep on going on in regards of the social medias. But till 9, I used to share everything with my mom. But now at 19, I used to share only the Instagram reels to an ID called Supermom1234, which is actually my mom. I guess I would share at least some time with her when I am 29. The social media has created a huge impact in our regular and day-to-day lives, especially in the minds of the youngsters. Is it just okay for the youngsters to extensively use the social media? Coming up with a positive note, I wish to wind up my topic as it is not just okay, but necessary for the youngsters to extensively use the social media. Fine. When a huge sector of crowd of a people are assembled at a particular point, what will be the general perspective of us? On a first, it is an act of disobedience, civil disobedience, which actually harms the people. It is an act of protest. It is an act of aggression. But what it actually states like? According to me, it is a symbol of unity, a symbol of harmony, a symbol which actually states that humanity is not just for six-sensed human beings. It's also for all beings of this nature. A 15-day protest, a revolution, which has been sparked in the soul of Chennai. Youth from all walks of life marched towards the statues of the great leaders to fight up for a right of a five-sensed animal. Many nations in this world are still fighting up for a right of a six-sensed human being. We are that much advanced enough to fight up for a right of a five-sensed animal. This states that how much involved and expressed we are. But still, what will be the spark that ignited such large fires that resulted in the Marina Revolution? According to me, the six-sensed smartphone will be the reason for what behind this. But still, many people here accuses that 6-inch smartphone. The reason behind us follows as 4. At a hashtag number 1, in a world of 195 countries, India ranks 2nd position in the pornography consumption rate. And at the second, among lots and lots of economic scams are majorly taking place just because of the social medias. And at the third, most of the people, youngsters residing at the urban areas, nearly to 30 to 40% are getting addicted to the consumption of smoking, alcohol and narcotic drugs just because of these kinds of social media influences. And at the fourth, it may be quite lame, but still an interesting one. When a man or a woman sits up on watching any sort of short video content, he's averagely spending 7 to 8 hours per day. On considering this of all these 4 cases, we can come up to a conclusion like smartphone and social media are the weapons of all these sorts of injuries that has been taken place to the youth. Let us come in detail about all these 4 issues. On coming up to the slide number 1, on the first thing, consumption of pornography, India is majoritarily hosted a huge crowd of people. It consists of nearly 120 plus crores of people. But people generally tends to forget a thing like India holds the most and a huge sector of people who belong to a depressed class. And on the other hand, India holds one of the largest sector of people who are uneducated in the field of sex educations. Sounds a very good deadly combo, right? When a man or a woman is extremely exhausted because of their strenuous work environment, they find themselves to make pleased of some sort of activities. And there comes the consumption of a porn and a self-pleasure, in which we are very, very retarded of the knowledge in regards of the books. And that's, it starts bounds up to happen up. As the future citizens of this nation, it's our duty to create a sexually literate India for the next generation. Many Indian sexologists have started posting contents in regards of how to have safe sexual practices in their regional languages itself. And there comes my man once again, the social media, to promote all these sorts of videos and make the people across the nook and corner to reach out these ideas of. On the thing of about the second one, like economic scams are taking place across the world just because of the social medias. People once again tends to forget a thing like nowadays the practices or the exercises of extending the inequality among the people have started to rise. And when this inequality gets up to the face of economy, there it becomes a tremendous one. In a huge populated country like India, when 1% of the people holding up the overall wealth of the 41% of the people, what literally happens to them? Those 41% tries to enter into these 1%, the idea as soon as they adapt for it is scams. The people who got up an idea will do a scam. The people who don't got up an idea will fall for the scam. People who generally visit the social media and have a random look about it just fall up to the sugar-coated words of them and loses all of their wits. Many governmental and non-governmental organizations have started creating awareness regarding it. The Reserve Bank of India, mutual fund sahihat.com, all have started creating awareness. And once again, here too comes up my man, the social media, to create a huge impact on the awareness created across amongst the people. And the hand of three. In the urban cities, nearly 30 to 40% of the youngsters are getting addicted to the habits of smoking, drinking, etc., etc., etc. People tend to have a different sort of looks on the present youngsters getting produced by the India. The present youngsters produced are entirely repulsive of such habits because of such as the factors like their family conditions, economic conditions, and also witnessing the people who belong to their family consuming such products and the defects they are facing at current. In a population of a crore consumption of alcohol in Tamil Nadu, 80% of the people belonging to an age category of 35 to 42. Only 3% belongs to a category of 25 to 30. Already, the governmental and non-governmental organizations have started creating various campaigns and started creating awareness. And here also comes up again, once again, my man, the social media, to stand up as a biggest pillar to create awareness among all the sorts of youths and the youngsters. Last but not least, which I've said in the start, nothing but the average time spent up by the youth on the social medias. I actually acknowledge to that point, like literally the youngsters at present are just wasting up their youthhoods at this moments. But still, one of the most important invention of the human mankind is technology. The technology have now started moving to all the sorts of social medias. They have been creating like most of the awareness through the social media itself. Like when we are about to watch up a particular media like Instagram, so after a consumption of nearly continuous of nearly 3 to 3.5 hours, they start coming up as a template stating that you have been like using up the same particular app for a longer time. So all these sorts of inventions have started coming up. So and these sorts of things like to create up an awareness in regards of the usage of the social media in for a long time also is again done up by the social media. I wish to conclude up with one point, like whatever happens, whatever be the sort of wounds are created by the weapon named social media, the weapon can only be utilized only by the mankind. The man has a capacity to think what is right and what is wrong, but not the social media. Every invention, every discovery, every innovation just accepts one thing from the side of mankind. Whenever it is used on its prescribed and right limit, it has its own significance. So usage of a social media in a right and a prescribed way will create a huge positive impact which will really change up our lives too. And so I wish to conclude with my point, like it's not just okay, but it is necessary for the youngsters to extensively use the social medias. Thank you for this opportunity.